That's Bob's Full House coming up later, but right now, Crossroads.
Well, let him have a couple of grand. Well, it's not the season to start feeding the pinch, is it, darling?
Your coffee's getting cold.
Oh, see not. Huh? No, let him have it in cash. No, I don't want the receipts. I don't want to go through the books. Well, tell him it's a present from Santa Claus. And listen, get Marcel the loom on the blower and see if that shipment's arrived safely, will you? Yeah, I'll be in about half an hour. Right. We are becoming a nation of form fillers, you know that?
Harry and Margie.
36 hours ago, I sent a shipment across the channel. He's still filling in T forms and he checks in.
Dougie and Winnie McLeish.
Oh, well, they're still trying, aren't they? We must get together in the new year, yeah.
We missed them out last year.
Cutbacks.
You sound like the government.
Well, I mean, all this stuff, it all gets out of hand, doesn't it?
5 years ago, as I remember, Dougie McLeish was all the rage.
Yeah. Well, he's lost an election since then.
Oh, darling.
Well, do you like him?
No, not particularly.
No,
But...
well, neither do I.
Shall I send them a card?
No. Has that wine order arrived?
Yes.
Any champers?
Yes, 2 cases.
Any on ice?
Not of that lot, no. Why?
Oh, no, it's just a thought.
You know, I must get a little something for Sharon. A small gift. She's been so very helpful.
Who?
Sharon. Sharon Metcalfe.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, if you like.
If I gave her a ring, she might come round.
Come round?
Well, for a drink, you know, festive season and all that.
If you like.
What's the matter?
No. Well, I mean, she's not quite our sort, is she?
Our sort?
Well, you know what I mean.
I can remember Dougie McLeish was our sort once.
Yeah, well, he had a bit of muscle in those days.
You know, I could give up on you.
Oh, no, you couldn't. Go on, you buy what you like.
I thought you might have brought a twinkle to that eye of yours.
Now, what do you want to go and say a thing like that for?
Oh, a distinct perking up when you found she wasn't the dowdy creature you expected.
Listen, she's your friend. You want to invite her for drinks? Invite her for drinks. Invite her for Christmas dinner if you like. But if I'm nice to her, it'll be to please you. And I'm not making any promises about that.
That coffee is stone cold. I shall go and make her some fresh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Early and enthusiastic with it. A lesson to us all.
What would you say if I said we could reopen early in February?
I call you a cockeyed optimist.
It can be done, and we have the incentive, the bookings.
What do you mean? Go ahead, say yes, take the bookings and pray.
It's too small a job for the Almighty to be interested in. And I begin to think too big a job for our friend Dobson.
That was your decision.
I take the responsibility.
What makes you think that Dobson won't finish in time?
Because his men spend more time drinking tea than working.
So you've lost confidence in him, although we are still bound to him contractually.
If he fulfills certain conditions. Did you see him when you came in?
Yes, he's over by the chalets.
What, drinking tea?
What if I get him now and ask him to see us?
Well, I pass. Dreadful man. But I'll go and tell him that you want to see him. It's about the only thing I'm allowed to do around here at the moment, isn't it? And I'll take these over to the garage as I happen to be going that way.
Yeah.
I did say us.
Yeah, I know, but it was a little half-hearted. Anyway, she said he was dreadful. David, you have seriously thought about the risk.
Well, it'll mean going further into the red than we'd thought, yes. But the rewards will be bigger and come faster. We'll be packed from the moment we open.
If we open,
We'll open.
and if we are in a condition to run smoothly.
We'll open.
Anyway, you've thought about the risk to us all.
I've been undiplomatic. You would have preferred consultation.
Oh, give me credit, David. I'm not naive. A consultation would be meaningless. Jill and I, between us, only own 45% in this motel. Now, you and Barbara control 55%. I assume that you will vote jointly.
Do you speak for Jill?
I'm concerned in her interests,
Do you
yes.
speak for Jill?
No.
Do you think I'm not concerned for her interests?
Oh, I think you have to be, that's what I'm saying.
If she's willing, I'll run this place for all of us if you're willing.
I have 5% in this motel and 100% in the garage. I have to be willing.
You're not eating much this morning?
No, not very hungry.
Should always eat a good breakfast. The foundation of the whole day is a proper breakfast.
Tea, Arthur.
A bit weak, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know what's the matter with me this morning. I've forgotten to put the tea in.
Fancy.
What's up, Mum?
Oh, it's Iris. I don't know what she'll think of me, you know, for writing to Rose like that.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a very good idea, was it?
Oh, don't go on about it.
Well, I only said that... Where is Rose?
This time of day.
You'd only catch her up this early if she hadn't been to bed.
Yeah, well, what about some tea, then?
Oh, go on then, I'll do it.
Oh. Do you know, I can't help feeling guilty about Iris. I didn't want to cause any trouble, you know. I was just doing it for the best, that's all.
Are you on early today?
No.
Well, then.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll go round and have a word with her, yes.
Finish your breakfast first. Foundation of the whole day is a proper breakfast.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I was just not looking forward to work.
Too much of that these days.
What, work?
No, not looking forward to it.
I don't mind the work. It's the people I'm working with. It's all right on my own, in the Shelleys, but now in the main block with Dobson's cowboys going on all the time. They're not that keen on having me back.
It's not up to them.
Especially the Gary Campbell.
Who?
Well, remember when I put in the tender for the Shelley job? I told Campbell what my bid was, knowing to get back to Dobson, and then I undercut it.
Oh, yeah, you told us that.
Yeah, I reckon Campbell got a real roasting from Dobson, and that's why he's always trying to wind me up.
What?
You know, get at me. Much more of it, I'll give him a good thumping.
Kevin, no.
No, that won't do any good.
Well, it'll make me feel better. I feel better just thinking about it.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, it's Mum going out. She hadn't had her breakfast.
Proper damn nuisance, the pair of them. Iris and her mother, there's been nothing but trouble ever since they first arrived. If they go upsetting your mother just once more... And if that Gary Campbell gives you any bother, give him what for.
No, it's you. Wondered who Mavis was nattering to outside the door.
Hello, Iris. Do you mind if I sit down? Look, about last night and your mum coming round.
Forget it, eh? There's no skin off my nose.
Look, I'm sorry it all went wrong and that you were upset.
I wasn't upset. She don't mean nothing to me.
Oh, Iris.
Well, she doesn't. Didn't even know she was. I don't even care now, either.
Look, it doesn't help being bitter, does it? Try not to say something you're going to be sorry for, eh?
Never feel sorry for nothing, that's what I say. Yeah, well, that was different. But last night, I didn't do nothing wrong. I just gave her a piece of my mind, that's all.
Yeah, the pity of it was it needn't have happened.
Too true. All she had to do was stay away from me.
Yeah, I tried to stop her coming.
But you wrote to her, didn't you? If you didn't expect her to turn up, what was the point in writing?
No, I know you didn't want me to write, Iris, but she is your mother after all, and she did come to see you. Oh, I know what you're going to say about those 13 years, but it still doesn't alter that one important fact, does it?
As far as I'm concerned, the one important fact is the 13 years.
Look, I wrote to her because I thought that 13 years separation should come to an end, and I believed that you needed each other. But I seem to have made a mess of everything, didn't I, and spoilt everything.
Auntie Kath, I am not upset. She's a stranger. I just want her to leave me be. OK, you meant it for the best. But there was no chance of it working. So leave it out, eh? Because if she turns up here again, all she's going to get is another mouthful.
When do you think the job will be finished?
Late February.
Late February.
Perhaps early March.
Long after the completion date you undertook.
Bit optimistic.
It's your completion date, Mr. Dobson. You set it.
There's nothing wrong with being optimistic when you set your target, Mr. Dobson. I expect a businessman to be optimistic. I've been optimistic myself. All I'm asking is for a little optimism now, when it's needed.
Lads are a bit slack, you see.
Yes. Yes, I do see. The great British tea bag is getting a run for its money.
I blame the unions. Season, too. Christmas bonus, feeling flush. Complete late February, then, say the 25th for certain.
Not good enough.
No?
1st of February.
That's going it.
You've been at this job now for 6 weeks, and you tell me that we're now already a month behind.
It'll cost. Overtime, plenty.
You signed a contract.
As can be reasonably expected. Contract says that, or something like. No one in the trade would say we've been unreasonably slow.
Then I don't see that our contract has any meaning at all.
But that is the meaning of clauses like that, isn't it? Not to mean anything.
I've committed my men to this work. Turned down other jobs.
That's what I'm asking for. A little commitment. Come in.
Sorry to disturb, Mr. Dobson was in here.
What is it?
Cement in the southwest corner. There's a bit of a disagreement and we're waiting on your decision.
Good. Well, we finished our business.
Well, tell them I'll be out in a few minutes.
Right.
Kevin, how do you think the work's going?
Well, if there's something to say, say it.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Any possibility of speeding it up?
Not on my own. Well, any job can be speeded up a bit. Any job, right?
The lad's right.
Right, I'll tell him to come in, shall I?
I'm going back to the garage. I'll come with you.
Well, I say I blame the unions. Well, I mean, they made them soft. But in certain ways, they're tough. They resent outsiders. When you told me to take care of that lad, you knew he wasn't in the union.
I didn't. In fact, I assumed he was.
Was, aye. Before he struck out on his own. Let it lapse. Not really a union man, he's not the type.
What are you trying to say?
He's not one of them. Can't help but have a certain effect on morale.
Oh, no Sharon.
Being efficient somewhat.
As always.
Hmm?
Well, you must approve of it, mustn't you?
Oh, cool efficiency, yes, even if it is a little chilly around the edges.
Oh, dear. Hope you're not complaining of frostbite, are you?
You do have the strangest ideas. No, it's just that, well, a little warmth around the office isn't too much to ask for.
Is it?
I think we're about to see the tip of the iceberg. And I, for one, don't mind if the rest stays out of sight.
Jill, we are giving away petrol.
What?
The 4-star pumps are out 0.05%.
Why?
Wear and tear. I told you they were due for a check.
Yes, I know, but
And we can forget about it now till the new year.
Well, what are we going to do?
Absorb it. And a Merry Christmas to all our customers.
I must remember to fill up before I go home. Oh, those are for you.
Oh, you are sweet.
You will see to it, won't you?
What?
The necessary.
If you wish.
I wish.
Good afternoon.
Ah, good afternoon, sir. How can we help?
I wonder if you would pass that on for me.
I'm sorry, I'm not with you.
Mr. Lamont, Mr. Chance. We serviced his wife's car and delivered it, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was a rush job, overtime involved.
Not really.
Well, there's a little reward.
It's not necessary, I can assure you.
For the mechanic.
See to that, please, Sharon.
Mac's out on a job.
Well, I'd rather leave it to you if you don't mind. Has my wife been in touch?
No.
Oh, she said she was going to be.
Trouble?
No, just a little social thing.
Oh, sorry.
Look, I really must be going. Don't give away all that free petrol, will you, before I've had mine.
Free petrol? Well, now, what do you have to do to qualify for that?
Oh, it's a joke, sir.
Thought my luck had changed.
It looks though Max has.
Well, perhaps my time will come, eh?
I'm sure it will. Excuse me. Crossroads garage.
Jennifer said something about a drink.
Well, if I can help in any way, you've only got to ask.
Oh, now wouldn't it be nice if you said something like that?
You know, whoever called the landing at Normandy the longest day didn't know what this was like.
Well, you've had the longest day. Well, you were here at 7:30.
Yes, well, Carole, our new housekeeper, will keep Barbara breakfast at company now. Barbara still likes to keep writer's hours. I'll never break her of it.
Oh, break her of it.
I know. I'm a male chauvinist pork chop.
More like a lamb chop.
I do believe that was affectionate.
It was.
I'm relieved to hear it. I've been afraid that you might be feeling excluded from the running of the motel.
I've been involved in the motel as much as I could be, as much as I wanted to be.
Just something that Adam said.
Oh, Adam doesn't speak for me.
I think he'd like to.
Oh, he does get a bit overprotective sometimes. But, David, actually, about Adam. Would it be all right if I brought him with me on Christmas Eve for dinner? I mean, he'll be on his own.
Fine, if he has no other plans.
Well, I'm sure he hasn't.
Fine, splendid idea.
Thank you, David.
Look, let's leave it.
A drink? What's wrong with a drink?
We've had a drink.
I thought you said you liked Jennifer.
I do.
So what's the problem? Oh, don't tell me it's me. Oh, well, if that's the case, your troubles are over, because, I mean, I might be there, then again, I might not. It's a very busy time of the year. I've got a lot of things to do.
More impounding?
Naughty, naughty. So what do I tell her?
Nothing.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Nothing.
Well, you can't do nothing.
Just watch me.
Listen, I'm really quite a nice guy when you get to know me.
That must be a great relief for those who bother.
Well, that's very funny. But what have I done, eh? Ah. Eddie, is that it?
You operate, Mr. Lamont, but not on me.
Okay, that's it. I will just tell my wife, very gently, that she's been given the cold shoulder. And now I think I had better go, and if I don't see you before, a Merry Christmas. Oh, and a prosperous New Year, of course.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
I might be able to put a bit of business your way. I'll see what I can do.
That'd be very nice, sir.
Yeah. Cheers.
Goodbye.
Oh, I miss, Metcalfe. If my wife should phone, bear with her, will you? She means it for the best, you know.
What was all that about?
You heard it, you tell me.
I would say that Mr. Lamont should be cultivated.
Would you?
And I would say that you deserve a B- for effort.
You want to cultivate him, you cultivate him. Me, I will take him as I find him, which is preferably not at all.
Mrs. Hunter's still at the library. She'll be back soon. I heard your car come up.
Thank you.
Came in a bit early today. Mrs. Hunter said I could. I had some typing of my own to do.
You can type?
Not bad. Not good enough for a typist job. These are job applications, you'll be pleased to hear.
Carole, I'm sorry if I've put you under pressure to prove yourself in this job. The fact is that Mrs. Hunter and myself are really quite pleased with your work.
Oh, thanks. But this isn't what I want to do always.
Well, I didn't imagine it was, but you found it difficult enough to get this job.
Can't keep a girl from trying, though, can you? It's half the problem. Be easier if I was a bloke.
Oh, surely not.
You're joking. As a mechanic?
You're a mechanic.
Well, I want to be. I want to train. Even then, I'd still have to get a job, but I'd have a trade.
Are you suited?
Well, I mend all the fuses at home. My dad's shy of electricity and my brothers are just lazy, so they leave it to me. And I watch my brothers working on their cars. Did you know I could service a car?
Thank you. I'll remember that. It might come in useful sometime. There's an awful lot of applications.
I write off to everything. Most of them don't even answer. Probably think I'm not serious. I am serious.
You know, Carole, I was just beginning to get used to you.
Probably nothing will come of it. Really?
Oh, it's you.
Who were you expecting? Gregory Peck?
No, Rose is gone. I've been out all day. When I came back, the house was empty. She's gone.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
What? Oh, no, she hasn't gone for good. No, her things are still here.
Oh, well, then what are you getting so excited about?
Oh, you realise where she's gone. She's gone round to Iris's, hasn't she?
Yeah, more fool her.
Oh, there'll be an almighty row if I don't go round there. They'll scratch each other's eyes out, you know.
Shouldn't be surprised.
What?
I said I shouldn't be surprised. What do you expect me to do about it?
Oh, you're hopeless, you are. Well, I'm going to do something.
Where are you going?
Stop somebody getting hurt.